Howdy, howdy, y'all. It's party time. This is P over here.
Helm over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
we are PM Artist Studio.
Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Let's get this party started. If you're watching in replay, no worries. If you were a winner from the wheel, I got the wheel working, y'all. The wheel's back.
Wheel's back.
But we will be doing both chat and wheel giveaway today. And some art. We're going to be doing that too.
Yeah.
You know, that stuff that we do. All right, my arty friends, let's say hello to everybody. Do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Get more folks over here. It's too late to sign up for any of the giveaway things, but if you are here in the chat live, you still have an opportunity. That's how that works.
We should save those for the very end.
Look, I didn't have I was like, kind of messing up. There we go. There we go.
How's my sound? Because I whacked that a couple of times.
I don't know. Mo usually lets me know. How's her sound, Mo? And I'm going to say hello to everybody while we do that sound check that we do.
Yeah, because I'm not saying anything right now.
We're so professional. All right, we've got a seminal mind. That's Sue, Acme, Adria, Ann Webb, Ann Hutchins, Anthony, Arkansas Crazy Quilter. That's Dawn, Art Curious by MNW. That's Miriam, Becky, Candy, Charmaine, Colleen, Cookie Wookie. That's Mo, Cynthia, Dana, Darlene, Dawn, Dana, Deborah, Elizabeth, Ellen, Emma, Erna, Estella, Gray, Heather Higby, Helen, Holly, Janice, Jeanette, aka Janette, Hoarder Papercraft, that's me to me. She just popped in there. Let's see, Janice Kirkwood, Jeanette, okay. Jennifer's Dog Life, Jocelyn, Jolly John, hey man, it's been a little bit. Jose, let's see, okay, woo. All right, see, things are moving. Jocelyn, Jolly John, Jose, Julie Parker, Juliet, Just Me, Laura Benz. Laura, I'm so sorry. It's always beans. I don't know why my brain does that. Laura Fisher. Oh, sorry. Lee Fisher, Lee Nelson, Lygia, Lizanne, Lizzie Jean, Margie, Marguerite, Marina, Mark, Monica, Monkey, Monroe, Nadine, Patricia Panka, Ramona, Repaint the Brain. Hello and welcome. Man, we got a crew today. Robin, Sandy, Sherry, Silver Granny, and Grumpy Gnome, that's Lynn. Star Travel, that's Linda. Sue Davis, Suzanne Rivard, SWL, that's Sherry. The Shelly Studio, that's Margot. Trish Kogan, yay. Hey, Trish, and hey, Evie. Let's see. Tutu, Holly, that's Tammy Odom, Veronica, Walter, and Zenjen. All right, woo.
Sandy's got it. It's there. She hasn't retrieved it. It must mean that it's at the postal office. Or
what's happening?
Sandy received number 14.
Wonderful. I know some of y'all already have your stuff.
That was quick. Oh, I guess we've been doing it for a week.
We've been doing it for a week. Some people are close.
Did you get Sari?
Hello,
Sorry.
And Cheryl. And Glenda, hello. All right. So lots to do today. In fact, right here out of the gate, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give away number one. And number one's the big one. For those of you that have shown up early and all that. I mean, we have 127 people here. That's party worthy right there. In itself. So I'm going to go ahead and do it through Nightbot. Because I want to give this first one away to those of you that are here live. And then we will go into the big wheel. We're going to kind of separate them out. But I am going to go top side because... well, actually, I'm going to stay right here for a second, and then, because we're going to give away number one and number two. Number one, and that's going to be through the chat, is Anthony Cody's Color Wheel Baron. A gel press brayer. It's one of the little lighter weight plastic ones, but hey, it gets the job done. A little 3x5 gel plate and a PM stamp. I don't know which one, because she did not notate that. That's her over there. You can blame her.
I think it's a big one.
She feels like it's a big one. Okay, let's do. All right, y'all know over the last few days, it's hashtag yay 10K. Look at y'all. I mean, I got to train. Took just a little less than a week. Y'all know what you're doing. Love it. Whew, I'm excited. All right, we'll give that a minute. Y'all put in your yay 10K. Yep, perfect, perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful. Damn. All right. Woo, 58. Wow. I mean, it's still going. This is awesome. So excited. So excited. So excited. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go topside here.
Yeah, let that run.
Yeah, let that run for a second. Make sure everybody gets entered because it won't like time out or anything.
Because we're celebrating not only on that side, but we're celebrating on this side too.
Look at that.
Check it out. Woohoo! Happy New Year.
Big bada boom is what this one's called.
And thank you. Whomever sent me these. I love them. I don't always use them when you see me you know doing stuff, but I'm very happy to have them because
All right, I think it's slowed up. Hey, Froyle.
Royal.
Come on, see, look at bringing in all the folks today. I love it. Love it.
We love having. I think she's our only New Zealander. No, we have more.
Yeah. I mean, but now people know Froyle because she's online too. If you don't know Froyle, you should know Froyle.
Now, Froyle, if you win, you're going to have to pay for shipping.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't mention that. But I think most folks know at this point in time. But yes, if you are a winner, you do have to pay for shipping. I'm going to choose a winner because I mean, it keeps going up, but there'll be more opportunity because remember, we have 8 that we're giving away. Okay, choose winner. Dana! All right.
All right.
All right, and then I'm going to switch over while P's doing this.
And this is not going to be very interesting. I wanted to use the gold, but I don't have it. I don't think I have enough to do the stars
up
in
the
sky.
Mm-hmm. All right, and we will come back to that later. That's that. Now, let's see. Let's make sure this... Look at that. There's the wheel, y'all. There's the wheel. Woo! I know. Her hat does make it harder for you to hear.
It does?
Yeah, here, 1 second. I'm going to come over there and mess with things a little bit.
Hello.
Is that better? Now, see, it's peeking out of the top there, but I don't think it's a big deal. Okay.
I always think that looks really cool when you can see people's microphones.
Do you?
It means that they're like live or something.
Yeah, see, like, here's mine.
They're on the internet.
Podcasting or something.
Podcasting.
Okay. Now, I'm going to click it and spin it. And let's go. This will be number 2. And number 2 is 2 golden paints. You get the green and the blue and a gel press brayer. Spin, spin, spin. This is a little more exciting than the chat one. Has more anticipation. Paula King? What? Dang it, I already sent out your other one, girl.
Is that our Paola?
Yeah, she's got some good juju, I guess.
She does. You better go buy a lotto ticket today.
And now remember, you do not have to be here live to be a winner on the wheel. Although, wait 1 second. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hide that. So we'll be doing more as we go along. That's just 2 of 8. So we've got 6 more. Look at me doing the maths. All right, I'm going to hide that. Y'all can watch Pete put down her stuff here, and then she can maybe talk about what her whole idea is with this.
I've never really done one quite like I'm doing right now. But I just thought this is such a special... I want to have its maiden voyage out of the dock to be special.
Special.
And if I get a little you know, carried away here and get some other places where it doesn't necessarily need to be. That's okay too. But these little silicone hoop-de-doo things here
Making you happy?
are making me very happy. I'm trying to get it thin enough because we're going to have to pull this with, you know, another layer. And sometimes, remember when we were doing this with those ones that you hate to cut, right?
Yeah.
Shall remain nameless.
Yes. I forgot to tell it to remove. So if Paula wins again, Paula, I'm going to remove you from the list. Just know that. Okay. I'm going to stop messing with that. Pay attention to chat. Okay. Dana. Yes, it was Dana. Is it Cutato? Yeah. Dana Q.
Wasted little product there, but that's okay.
Christy Hartman, they were a gift. I want to... I don't remember exactly who sent them. And it always makes me feel terrible. I told P that we really need to put, like, little labels on things. Because I think that I'm going to remember, but I don't. And if you remember, if you know who you are, just let us know in the chat. And Anne's coming in a little late there. All right, so what is your thought process behind this?
Just getting coverage out here. And not really worrying. I'm just going to try to, you know, kind of...
And did you explain to folks that these are the stencil butters?
No.
Okay. These are the stencil butters. We love them very much. They can be used on the gel plate. Now, here's some stuff to keep in mind, y'all. The sooner you get the... Because you want them to dry, but the longer they're on there, the little bit harder they are to get off. In fact, you may end up having to use the tape to get the last little bits off, because they work great on the gel plate. But it does require, and one of the things that we kind of like about it is this whole question of what's going to come up and what's going to stay. It's very
It's
rare.
always a surprising.
Now, she's not putting this on super thick.
No, I'm really trying to get it just down into...
Right.
Because I have done it really thick sometimes.
And that's when it's super hard.
Yeah.
And we've done some really, like, there for a while when we were first introduced to the stencil butters, we kind of did all sorts of things with it. And then one of them that we were trying is, like, you know, how thick can you put it on the plate and what will come up? And it was kind of cool because you would get this randomness of the design. Because some would come up at different, you know, throughout the print polling business. Put something down, some of it would come up, you'd have to put another print down, some of it would come up. And then sometimes it just doesn't, and you just need to get the tape after it and be done with it.
This is a mixture here. Seashell has been added.
Did you notated that?
I actually did.
Fantastic. Oh, hey, Deb. We've already given 2 away. We have indeed. Yes, and this is similar to the lunar paste. We have experienced the lunar paste. We do not own it, but we have experienced it, and pretty much the exact same stuff, as far as I'm concerned. Now, some of y'all that you may know more than I do about it, but those were my thoughts and feelings, that they were very similar. And the lunar paste comes in a smaller container, from what I remember. Oh, what's IGN saying? So, how do you choose when to put on the plate versus on the print through the stencil? Oh, well, if you want, okay. This goes down to that whole personal choice of what you're doing or what you want to achieve. This particular situation would be extremely difficult to do to a print and come away with results that you're probably happy with. What I mean by that is applying the multiple colors and, you know, because otherwise you'd really need to tape it down and you're going to have a lot of push through, meaning seeping under the stencil.
Because you don't have the seepage on the gel, and especially when it's the first
brand new stencil
rattle out of the box, and this is a brand new stencil.
Yeah. And this way, like, once it dries, now the question here is what is actually going to come up with the pull from the print? Because you're going to want to let this dry, at least.
We'll probably pull this on Thursday.
Yeah. Because you do want it to be dry.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to get weird.
Go ahead and I'm just going to put a very plain, probably a blue, the light phthalo blue.
Oh, okay. You didn't want like a night sky?
Well, I could go with indigo.
Yeah. I think that would be more better. And that would be a reason to choose something like the stencil butters because A, they are opaque.
Yeah, the only one that's really might be a little bit is this dark purple.
Oh, we introduced this one, what, a week or so? Christmas Eve.
Yes.
I think.
I've got an awful lot.
Indigo, go.
And see, I have all that, and I really hate to put it back in there, so I'm going to, this is the one I've already got a mixture going here, so we'll just tap that in on the side there.
That's what she does.
That's what I do. Just, I can, you know, I can use the other side, and it'll be okay. All right, now.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been running around. Busy. Now, that color, I don't know, is going to show up that much, like with the indigo, but
you know,
it'll give a little...
Probably isn't, and you've got to... I'm not going to use it. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome. I think if you're going to use one, I'd go with the green.
I'm going to go with this. And I think this is going to... I'm just going to go ahead and smooth this around everywhere.
No worries, Deb.
So that wherever there isn't something, this is going to show up. And since we've already determined we're going to do this on a darker...
It's Julie. And one of my most favorite, like right out of the bottle, when we first got the stencil butters, number one, we were kind of like, well, I don't know. This doesn't really fit like what we do. But then the more we played with them, we're like, okay. Really, it's more or less about finding out how do you want to use a product in your practice, how you create art. And so P did this fade between the pink, orange, purple, and green through puzzle. Remember that? Onto that green paper.
Oh, yeah.
And we made a tag out of it, and it's around somewhere. But I just was like, okay, this stuff is wonderful. And then she started playing around with it, like, on the gel plate. And we're like, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. And certain stencils, it's really fun and awesome. Now, something to keep in mind. The stencil butters do dry pretty quickly, and you kind of want to get this up and off.
Yeah,
of
it can start pulling, and I just at this stage you just hope that you've covered.
Oh, but this is such a cool little
cover
reveal
because it's not going to go back because there is some seepage here, and see that did
bad
not go through.
It's just I think you leave it as is, and I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna go put it in a thing of water that she's got. And tell them why that is, about how it fills up and
Because if it builds up around, especially around the little, you know, the ends of the really swishy parts there. Okay, and right now, while it's still only one place that I really got carried away with, and even though, you know, it didn't get in all those spots, I'm still okay with that. Tried really hard to not have that happen, but you can see. I think it's going to be really, really pretty. Now, the other thing we could do is pull it with black paper, but the problem herein lies. What do you put down on it to get it up? And that's why I'm leaning towards a really heavy body, good sticky background color to pull it up with.
yeah.
I've got a little more variation in those things, but that, you know, hey. At this point, it just is what it is.
Cynthia, if you wanted to make something with this much loft and shimmery, if you have any like the magic, here's something to keep in mind. A lot of times when you're mixing those powders and anything that's super sparkly into something that isn't a gloss medium, you lose a lot of the sparkle shiny. Because it sort of depends on what the medium is. That being said, if you have something, she just whack the mic. Can you just, you know.
I would do all the time.
It's abused.
This is the side that you're going to see anyway.
Yes.
But Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So what you want to use is some kind of medium like an impasto or some heavy gel medium, something that's really thick, and you could get similar results. That would be my suggestion. Shall I come get that?
I'll just put it right down here.
Okay.
It's fine. Don't stumble over it and kill myself.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. Yippee-ki-yay.
Yes, it is a 9x12, and it only comes in that because we didn't want to, like, shrinking that down with the stars and all that. She's been busy, y'all.
I have been busy.
And I'm so excited that the lighting is good today.
Oh, me too. Me too. Okay, so here we are. And it's not showing up as much, and I really am thinking totally about putting another coat on. Because remember, I covered this whole thing with the clear texture gesso.
We've got some questions.
Okay.
Okay. So, can you estimate how long the butter will take to dry? Okay, so here's something that's
Longer than paint. Yes, because it's thicker.
ish. Because remember, it on the surface, on the outer surface of it, it does dry fairly quick, like to the touch. But what you don't want to be doing with this method that we've got going on here is heavily brayering over it with paint will squish it out.
Yep.
So it's like
we know that because I did that.
Yes. So you really do want to let it dry kind of. This is a for sure thing overnight. And then you're good. It dries pretty quick all the way through in the sense that, hey, it is a thick medium.
And there's places where it's thicker than others. You saw, I tried to kind of even it out, but it's really hard because in doing that, you're pulling it, pushing and pulling it and having the chance of it going under your stencil. So that's what you want to be careful about when you're trying to get it evenly distributed.
Oh yeah, and you could use matte medium to pull it on black paper. Don't tell that one. Tell that to this one.
I don't like that.
She does not subscribe to that method.
I want to show y'all this little thing out here. You see that?
hold it up into the technology so they can really appreciate. I'm curious, do any of y'all know what that is? We'll leave a little bit of time in the chat. And then you can go around and talk about your shading while people are putting in their ideas about what they think that little thing might be.
And I hope you can see, I went over this with a mixture of the gloss glazing liquid and Stinky Pink.
Stinky Pink.
So you can see a little bit different. This looks very dry. And you can hear it. Very dry.
Very dry. That's how dry sound.
It's dry.
Oh, good job, Sorry.
What?
She says it's a nipper cast off.
It is. And, you know, I was going to pick it off and fix it, but it just tickles me to no end. I left it on there because I'm just like, those little suckers, I mean, you know.
They sneak up on you.
But anyway, I hand painted that on there. And I'm not going to do that for you right now because I don't think that that's going to be particularly instructive. In one way, y'all know how to paint. Use a flat brush.
Just paint the area.
Paint it. I do want to work a little bit more on the shading. Boy, I had a hard time coming up with the right color on this. It was because I started off with kind of something a little bit darker than this, and it just was not, it wasn't doing it. Wasn't happening.
You had to go deeper.
I had to go deeper. So actually, I've got about 5 or 6 different colors going here. I need to do a little bit more over here also on these. And anyway, I just got bored with it. And I moved on to this one. Now, we're going to go over this today. But I have colored penciled in.
In those areas.
Yeah. There's some dahlia. There's some lilac. There's some orchid. And what I'm going to use the pink. And I'm hoping it's going to sink into those areas where there's still some open paper left.
Yeah.
And kind of pink out the gold. But because it's transparent, it's still going to stay gold. Now, I did what did I do with that? I wanted to show you this.
So this is the nipper. This is the, crocodile corner chomper. And then it has, these little things.
Yeah, that's what's out in the middle. Yeah. I want you to look at this, and I'm looking up here to see that there's an area here that you can see. This is gold. This is what happens when you put the clear textured gel over the top of. Oh,
that was look at you.
I thought it was. And I was going to go ahead and carry on with this, but you can see there's a streak up here. And once that's gone, it's kind of hard to get it back.
It's gone. Even when you put a glossy something or other over it, it doesn't come back quite with the shininess that it once had.
Now, remember, this is the one that we pulled. It was a transfer. And we're going to do some, hopefully I'm going to do some gold. I'm keeping that out so that I could do this pink over that and use that as a brayer. I really love this just like it is. I'm not going to do anything to this. I wanted to talk about this one just a moment. And I did work on bubbles a little bit more. You can see a lot of those places I came in and added a little bit more shading around there. Got rid of that outline of the stencil.
We're gonna have to we need to mat this one. I mean, the amount of time you have put into this one.
Yes, days.
Yes.
And I'm not sure I'm finished with it.
No.
Not quite sure. All right, I still like this one. I haven't decided yet. I like this one, this one, this one. But now this I think needs we're gonna pink it.
Pink it.
We're going to pink it.
I love it.
And I wanted to show you the spot. Remember this spot? Where the paint, it didn't take.
Oh, yeah.
I fixed it.
Yeah, you did.
I thought.
Because I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the white spot that was like, blaring.
Glaring white spot. Now, I feel that is finished. I love this one. I love everything about it. And I love what the pink did when it went over the blue. It's just, it's really, I want to get that into that wheelhouse of things. I think that's a good one.
Just gonna that it.
Yeah. All right. We want that one out. We want that one. We don't want that one. We think
This is like a primo pile.
This is a primo pile. And you know that I will keep it for a while. Eventually, y'all will end up with it, but I'm loving on it for until
until she don't.
Till I don't.
Or until I have stressed her out because I'm like, okay, I really need packets. And then she starts to dig deep.
And then I say, oh my gosh, I've got to hurry up. Or it's really nice to have them ready. I really need some more Cricut mats, Mariah. These are becoming really awful looking.
Do you want one right now?
No, but just please don't.
You know, you do walk right by the office and you can always say, hey.
Well, I never think of it till I get up here.
Maybe you can write a little note and put it on your shirt.
Put it on my shirt. Okay, now we are still going to, I have a whole bunch back here that we're going to go ahead and use that same stencil on.
Before you get started. Because we're kind of 30 minutes in, I think this would be a really good time to do another one. And we've got 163 people here. Woo woo! Now, of y'all 163, well, 163 said they were just done. That's fine. No worries, you missed out. Because we're going to do one of the chat giveaways, so that means whomever is here and wants to enter, we're about to do that. Not yet. Actually, let me clear the little thingy. I know y'all. Oops. This little clicky screen business. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're going to do that. All right, so what was I saying? All right. Totally lost my train of thought there. I have lots of things on my mind.
We're going to be brayering Opera Rose on
while we're doing the thing. Okay.
I don't think anybody needs to watch me brayer.
All right, so those of you that haven't given those thumbsy upsies, you need to give the thumbsy upsies. That does not determine whether or not you win. That's just you in the universe, and you just, feel good or bad about that. That's fine. So we're going to give away number 3, which is the titanium white. And I think it's a pretty big, a decent size one.
I think it's a 4 ounce or a 4 or 6.
Oh, 8 ounce.
Oh my.
Titanium white, a naphtha red 8 ounce, an Indian yellow 2 ounce tube, and that's open, by the way. I don't know about the naphtha and the titanium. We're still
we're still out.
The verdict's out on them.
Still,
we feel like they are.
Jury's out and come in.
The feeling is, but yeah. Oh look, see, they're already 10K. I love y'all. I love y'all. This is fantastic. It's like you just know what to do, and I love it. All right, so this is the Stinky Pink, which is the Opera Rose. Oh, this is so exciting. 71 entries. 73.
Oh, my goodness. Some more people are showing up.
75. Well, we got 160 people here. That is so exciting.
Now, if this doesn't work, I've already got plan B.
Wonderful. I like that you have it set up that you can, fix it. 183. Love it. All right, and we've got 82 entries. Ooh, and they're still coming in. Still coming in. All right, here in a second, I'm just going to roll because, we got to choose a winner.
Check it out. Look at that.
All right, I'm choosing a winner, y'all. Boom shakalaka. Joyce Maurer.
Yay.
Now, remember, y'all, if you aren't sure if I have your information, like if you haven't signed up for the entry, if you didn't get signed up, then I need to know. Mo, would you please put in the email address, and you just might need to let me know that you won number 3, so I know that it's you and all of that business.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I'm
just
gorgeous.
Leaving it there for a while because I really want everyone to just kind of revel in its fabulousness.
Okay, now, since we've done that one, we're going to go ahead and spin the big old wheel.
Okay, now we've got a very light, stinky pink on here.
All right, let's ponder that. I'm going to put the wheel up. Hold on.
Well, I'm going to put some gold on top of this.
Okay, while we're spinning the wheel.
While you're spinning, I'm going to gold it.
Okay, you do that. Here we go. We're spinning the wheel. This is for number 4, which is a titanium white 8-ounce, Indian yellow 2-ounce magnetic postcard box. That's the big box that I thought I was going to use for things. Julie Gurad. Gurd. All right, and remember, because I'm going to be reaching out to you. I have your email because I know you're on the list because you signed up on the entry. This one I know. But you guys are responsible for postage. I will email you from my PayPal, which is my Liquid Fly. So if you're like, who are you? I don't recognize this. That's who it is. It's Mariah at Liquid Fly. So keep an eye out for that. Once your postage is just paid, I will send it on its way. And these are bigger boxes, so the postage is going to be pretty big. I don't know what it is exactly. You know, it's going to range. And I should stop just trying to figure that out. Because, yeah. Oh, they want to see this pink, stinky pink tube, so they know exactly what we're talking about.
Okay, just a sec. I'm trying to get this light enough on here that...
And hello to those of you that are coming in. Hello, Robin. And anybody else that I missed, you know, you can always give me a little extra pinky hello hand and I will do my best to get you helloed.
All right. Well, this is looking absolutely lovely. Can you see this edge over here?
Yolanda, I've seen your message. I've seen that you have messaged me on Facebook. Apologies that I have not written back. I'm not ignoring you. Just thought I'd tell her that while she's here.
Okay, this is Opera Rose by Winsor Newton. To my knowledge, this is the only pink of this particular ilk that I know of.
Yeah. What is the ilk?
It's just
this color with this color, aroma,
the smell,
the special,
everything about it.
Oh wow, Brad, man, he's in a very gifty mood because he has gifted 10 memberships, and the other day he gifted some memberships. So if you don't know what we're talking about, that is becoming a member on the PM Artist Studio channel. Really, the main thing that does is if you want to continue your membership, you can. That's wonderful. If not, no big deal. Enjoy the month. You get to utilize the fun little emojis that we have. Your name lights up in green, and you get a little badge. It's fun. And it helps us like support the channel a little bit, which is super great and awesome and much appreciated. But there are other ways, like you can buy stencils and things of that nature. That's a fun way that you get to like do fun things.
Okay, everybody, I want you to see this, and I hope that you can see the...
Is it a transfer?
The transfer from the stinky pink thing that I just did. From here.
Yeah, but then
from this.
That's great. You didn't know it was there.
I didn't know it was there, no. Well, yes, I mean, I knew it was there, but I didn't know it was going to show up to this degree.
Right.
I just knew I was going to have
a little
some surface there, and I love that there's some whites left, and we've got some stuff on the plate here, which I don't necessarily know that that's what I want.
That's right. Joyce says she's always glad to help out by buying stencils. See, that's the way. That's the way. You get something, we get something. Everybody's happy.
That we like.
That's the
okay, well, voila, looky here. It's like old homecoming stuff here we got going on.
The leftovers.
And this isn't what we just did. This was
the other day.
Okay. All right. So now what we're probably gonna. This is gonna be a whole new pull here, and let's just talk about what we're going to do here. We did an absolutely, and I promise I'm going to get to that. You all loved that the other day.
Oh, that's awesome. Heather got her, because she was one of the lucky ones that got the IMPP packets, and she's loving it.
we hesitated for so long doing that because it was like, oh gosh, we're sending out
scraps.
Yeah, we're sending out bad stuff. But I've never considered it to be bad stuff. I just
oh God, no! She picks over it like a, like a.
I do. I'm like the eagles at the dump in Alaska. I'm checking it out.
She's a freedom flying eagle for some scraps.
I'm a looking.
Caca.
And I go down there and pick up. I have you would not believe this, and maybe the next giveaway. This is something we can put in there. I have little envelopes filled with.
Yeah, she does. And I would love
I have a whole box.
She has an entire box. That's one thing that has filled up the flat surface
that
over
we
there.
have words about.
Yeah, because I'm like, what are you doing with these? She's like, I'm saving them. For what?
I don't know yet.
Like, and we produce more. Like, if she has a particular thing that comes up, she could access them. But they are, I would say they are curated because she has enveloped them and
labeled.
They are tagged and bagged. Jennifer McKinnon, she said, eagles at the dumps. That is for real. We were told by a local in Alaska to go to the dump because we were looking for eagles.
I've only been to the dump once because we took a bunch of stuff that we moved into this apartment, and the people who had been there before us, gifted us a lot of things that we didn't really need.
They didn't want it either.
Yeah, they didn't want it either. And it was really junk if I didn't want it.
She kept some things.
It was bags of trash that they had just not, which,
That's kind of poopy.
It was kind of poopy, but...
you got to go to the dump.
And the people in the apartment building, it was kind of a rush thing. We had to get out of our other one, and they said, it's really not ready. We haven't really cleaned it, and yada, yada, yada. And I said, we don't really care about that because if we don't get out, we're going to have to pay another month's rent in our other place. Pardon me. So, we're just going to take it as is.
All right, would you hold up the stinky pink again?
Oh, yes.
There you go. Opera Rose. I tell you, it was one of those ones that just didn't know.
Carrie sent us the first.
Yeah, because he's like, I just can't deal with this color. It's just like, he's like, this is just not my thing. And then he sent us, and we're like, no,
Oh, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, well, that's great.
But then,
after I started using it, I mean, I was just like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. All right, we would probably have better
like
results
that, Jolly
had I allowed this to stay a bit longer. But look at this.
Oh, are you going to do the purple onto the other? That just reminded me of your other one that you didn't get to the other day.
I didn't, and I think there were a couple people that mentioned they thought it was really beautiful. But this, I think, looks so beautiful with that gold.
Yeah. And what would be really nifty, like if you didn't like that it still has those white areas there, if you came back with like a wash or even, a spray or whatever in kind of a lighter tealy turquoise color.
Yeah, and you've got enough of it around in different parts so it's not going to just look like it's...
Or even a lime green would kind of be nifty.
Plopped on there.
A lime green would be nifty.
I'm just cleaning this off because even though it is some wonderful stuff here, it could cause some issues, and I just don't feel like dealing with that.
With that. Wonderful. Rosemary got her Opera Rose from Amazon. Good deal. Watch over on Blick because they have sales for the Winsor Newton stuff here and there. And I think
I think that's one of the reasons that we have any Winsor Newton that we have is because
there was a sale on a set, yes, and it had one of the colors in it that you wanted because there was something else that you'd run out of.
And I'll tell you what, speaking of sets, the Prismacolor sets where you can get like the ocean and that kind of thing, that's a good way to avoid getting all those stupid grays that you're never going to use unless you're making
You're
giant
so judgy about that.
coloring.
There might be some people that are like, that's what they need.
Mourning doves in the midst of the.
These beliefs are not held by
Antarctic.
everyone at PM Artist Studio. I just want y'all to know some of this is just her.
It's like one of those without is going. The views expressed are not necessary are not expressly those of the channel.
Right. She is her own entity.
Yes. And I have my job here. So all right. Now
Right.
I take it seriously.
We do not have gouache. Or gouache.
Or what?
Gouache.
Yeah.
We're not gouachers.
I'm not a gouacher because they're opaque.
Hi, Cindy. Welcome. No, please keep. We love the questions. And hopefully, like, if we don't see it, ask it again. And then a lot of times she'll highlight it for me too, which she's.
Or you put it in capital letters and yell at us and we'll see it.
Yeah, but don't keep everything on caps because I don't like being yelled at all the time.
Right. Oh, dadgummit. I was going to do some pink on this. All right. Well, forget that for a minute. We'll come back to that.
I know, Sophia. I just tell you.
What?
Just Sophia, she's like, tell us how you really feel, P. Actually, don't ask that. It goes deeper.
It does. And I have been accused of being
this is filtered.
That's what Steve used to say. Just tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he would all the time. Well, Pat, is that really how you feel?
Well, I usually had some other things to say along with my comment back to him.
Cindy wants to know, do you use that tape that you just peeled off the paint with? Yes, if it's really good, like layered up business. Some of that was like just iffy. More or less, that's just to keep the plate clean.
There are people that use the.
Oh no! She has rolls. Don't even think for a second. She has one that she has kept.
I have utilized once again.
She has special ones.
Toilet paper rolls.
Yes, special
to preserve my tape.
Yes, and the emojis do help me see.
I'm telling you, the only thing that's really irritating about this paint is you really have to use a lot more than you think.
Hey, Sorry says that, see, when she was in college, they required them to use 50% warm gray, 30% cool gray. So see, sometimes.
For what? Pencil color drawing?
Yeah. Maybe so you would learn.
You know, yeah, okay.
So you like get a true sense of that's what that is. Not everybody knows the things that you know, Patricia.
This is true. This is very true. And I'm sure that there's a reason to use those. But if I want to I just use white.
Oh, you know what, Dawn? Oh, and Dawn, I got your email, and I will work on that. Once I have everything ready, I will get that squared away for you. No worries.
Okay, I don't really like that.
But
totally messed everything up.
So when we first moved in the house here, we were able to pick the paint color, and Black Magic was one of the options as far as the trim, and I could just tell like the people were like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." So our house trim color is black. Now in hindsight, it is a little crazy for the upkeep, especially here in Texas, the sun, but I do like it. Yes.
I think the pink kind of took over and lavendered everything out and made it way too...
Can you wipe it off?
No. The pink.
Hey, Mary.
So I'm just coming in and I'm just hitting a few spots here to get back some of that green that I kind of actually liked. And that wasn't quite enough. So we're going to go with a little heavier duty.
A little heavier duty.
Yeah. This is airbrush medium added.
Yeah, and hopefully the folks in the chat are kind of getting you note up on what you want to know regarding the gouache, because we are, again, that is not our jam. Yes, but it is real. and it does some damage. We've already had to have our front door. It's really due for another, like, we had it they sanded it and cleaned it and restained it. But then, I mean, it's brutal.
Well, it gets a lot of
direct
sunshine.
And even the hardware on the door.
I've noticed the hardware.
It looks terrible. I think we need to, like, clean it or buff it or something. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, the sun's hard on it.
Call those people to. Okay, now see, look.
That's wonderful. Well done. So you did the purple. That made it kind of blah.
No, I did hot pink. Then I came in with some of the other blue.
And that then made it kind of dulled it out.
The pink is what made it look purpley.
Okay.
Because it was already kind of in the lavender range. And that just accented that a little bit more than I really wanted it to. I'm liking that a lot. All right, so getting back to it here.
Actually, let me pause for the cause, y'all. 1 second here. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. I know that a lot of y'all are new here because I'm looking at 232 people at the live stream. That is a new record. Thank y'all.
It is.
Do give those thumbsy upsies. And if you're watching in replay, we love you just the same. We really do. Just let us know that you're watching. Comment below. Let us know that you were here and you enjoyed it and all that business. So thank y'all. Very exciting. And should we go ahead and just do another giveaway? Would this be a good pausing point for that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna.
I'll just go through them and decide which one I want to do next.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up here, or am I gonna switch it? No, we'll go ahead and do the. Okay, I gotta find my. I got a bunch of screens open and not screens open. And I've lost some.
And I did go over this with purple.
Wonderful.
Looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. All right, my Arty friends, do put in hashtag Yay10K in the chat. That will get you entered into the number 5, which is golden glass beads, 2 ounces, and some stamps. Rando PM Artist Studio stamps, I believe. So if you want to play around with some of those glass bead things.
Yeah, just don't do it on your gel plate.
Yeah, don't do that on the gel plate. And also be careful what you're putting it on, because if you want to cut it, it's hard on the guillotine. It makes a terrible sound. So if that's like, fingernails on a chalkboard, it's... Yeah. And we know because we've done it.
I did a whole bunch of it for a while, and then I just kind of was like, okay, I'm over it.
Yeah.
It's time to send this on for somebody else to have a little. And, if you get tired of it and you don't want to use it, just send it on to somebody else.
That's right. That's right. All right. We got 84 entries.
Whoa!
That is awesome. 85. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give us a little roll. Choose a winner. Savannah Evans. All right. And Savannah, if I don't have your information, please do email me. I believe that I do, but I don't like to assume, and so I just like to double check, and then remember, y'all are responsible for postage. Now let's go ahead and spin that big old wheel. Put that down there. Do our wheel. I keep forgetting to tell it to remove who won. I get so excited. Oh! Let me turn it on. There we go. I turned it on just in time. Look at that. Jessica Cherry. All right, you are the winner of number 6, which is Golden Glass Beads, Golden Color Book, the guidebook, Posca pencils, and the 8x... Why does it say 8x11? Is it a 8x11 dollar roundie sketchbook?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
It's like 8.5 by 11 and
yeah,
a fourth or some BS stuff like that. And it really is one of my favorites to use with colored pencil.
Yes.
And I bought that. It was my personal one, and I gave it up for the cause.
She gave it up for the cause. Okay, I'm going to hide those switch this screen around. I'm running like so many windows today.
Okay.
Oh, hold
Can
on,
I
hold-
talk?
Yeah, once I turn
Okay.
that off. Okay, go. You're good for. Look at us. All right, we're at 4 o'clock.
So we've got an hour.
Got an hour.
All right. Now, I did this one the other day, and it's the gold on gold. And just a reminder, on this, if you use your transparent paint, which I highly recommend that you do, then you do need to put it on kind of thick. Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to try something that I don't usually say to do. My little note here is getting in the way. Is a metallic over a metallic. But I've got this and I'm
Yes,
going to
Cynthia.
flop it off onto here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to look really cool. And anyway, that's what's going on here. Okay.
It will be similar in the fact. Okay, so like Cynthia asked if the pouring medium will work like the airbrush medium. Now, of course, different brands are going to kind of do different things, and it sort of depends on. I can't really speak wholeheartedly to the other brands and what their sheen and everything, but it is going to do things to your paint that are worth messing around with. And certainly if you want to loosen up your paints, because obviously that's what the pouring medium is about, is like making it pourable, not deplorable.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Not horrible. Horrible.
Horrible. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Oh, and then Deb C says she thinks that the airbrush medium is thinner. That's probably true because it wants to thin it out for the. But again, I think similarly, and obviously whatever you're mixing it in with is going to kind of create.
Okay, we must move rapidly here.
Yeah. Yes, Joyce, that is correct. And is that the address you want me to an email to reach out to you? Because remember, those of you that have one, I will be. Oh yeah, these are the mashup stencils from Brad. There's 2 different styles. I will be emailing you a request from PayPal for the postage once I know what that is. Because once I know whose address, and then that also determines how much. Bye, Trish. Thanks for hanging.
And say hi to Evie.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Hugs to you
Look
both.
at this stencil.
That looks fabulous.
Okay.
Oh, and then keep in mind that Patricia has cut the edges off of this.
Yeah. I think, I really, Mariah, I think this is so gorgeous. I'm just going to retire this one. You're going to have to cut me another one.
Okay. Are you sure you can handle that? Like, you know. What are you going to do with it, though?
Well, remember I made pockets
Yeah.
out of those others
Mm-hmm.
when you asked me what I was going to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just depends on. I do have this one, my backup one here.
Mm-hmm. That's not the same one.
I know it's not, but
Okay.
it's
Because there's mashup 1 and 2.
Yeah. Okay, the metallic stuff dries really fast.
Cindy, as far as getting on the wheel, that was all the sign up was done. Well, you had until noon today. But as far as then that's why I'm doing both. Like if you were here during the live stream, then obviously you can enter when we do the ones with the hashtags in the chat. But yes, all the wheel people are set. Woo!
And look at this.
Of course. You've been like, it is crazy how much this one has transferred from one, pick up, pull down to the next.
I'm not willing to sacrifice that one quite yet to the, all right, I'm going to let this dry all the way, and then I think we're going to pull it with, something else, gold or And then look at the flop off here. It just didn't, I don't know. I think it's just because it was like turquoise on turquoise. There is some there if you really look. But you just can't see it so very much. But I'm going to put that aside because I don't want to go over that. All right. Let's see what we've got here. All right, we've got some messy gold.
Yeah, that was kind of that very interesting pickup, and then it still left some things behind.
Left some stuff there that we definitely want to get that because that's some good stuff. It will probably entail, that will be it for today because this is going to be a long...
A long haul?
Not a long haul, but a long wait. So, I think what we
Thank you, Cindy.
do... Let's just put, since we know that that's what's going to happen here.
Oh, what Savannah has won? Savannah, you won the golden glass beads, 2 ounce, a little too, I mean, I say little, it's actually, you know, a bigger one. And then, and stamps. I don't know which ones, but they're going to be, you know, some PM Artist Studio stamps in there.
And stencils or just stamps?
It's just stencils. Or sorry, just stamps.
Ah.
Because this is one of those smaller boxes.
All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do... We're going to take some of this... Well, I don't have very much of that left.
Yeah. Well, I told you to tell me which ones the other day.
Oh, no, this is the mix. My airbrush mix. And just kind of trying to get it down into the cracks. And I want to make it look distressy.
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 That's a technical term, y'all.
You know, not like full on, just a little.
That's okay. That's okay, Steph. We're happy that you're here. We're going to do we have one more to do. We'll do it here in a little bit. Because I'd love to actually shut down some of these windows. Because my poor little computer's like saying, this is a lot
Is it
today.
groaning?
It's groaning a little. With 2, like, things going on there and trying to bring it into the software. I think it's pushing some limits. Hey, Carrie. No worries.
Whoopsie. Must be careful when you first start, you know, sloshing your... And this is how this happens. How I get it on the back of my...
Yeah, it could be kind of on our end. In fact, why don't we... I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do our last big wheel giveaway one.
So you can get the wheel off.
Yeah, so I can turn the wheel off. Because I think it is starting to kind of eat up. I don't know why, but it does. We used to have that problem even with the other. So let me turn that on. And this is going to be for the number 7 glass beads, 2 ounce, 16 ounce glitter paint and stamps. So, hold y'all's horses. Let's give a spin to the wheel. Kiki Lenazzo. All right, well, congrats, Kiki. I will be getting in touch with you. So hopefully you're watching. I don't know if you're here or if you're watching on replay. All right, what I'm going to do is turn that off. I'm going to remove that. Yes, remove. And hopefully that will free up a little. Does that make you happy?
Makes me very happy.
She's doing things, y'all. She's doing things. What was the brand of the sketchbook that P gave away? Oh, yeah, the Dollar Ronnie. Dollar.
Yeah, it's the one that I use all the time on
yeah, those the big wire bound hardcover ones.
Okay, that's not dark enough. Don't like it. I'm not leaving that on there like that.
Okay, if you wanted to. Oh no.
Van Dyke.
Oh, wait,
We're off. We went away.
Yeah.
It crashed.
Like YouTube crashed.
Oh. Should I stop what I'm doing?
I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Brad.
We have a situation.
Well, I can't help you on YouTube crash. You just have to restart up.
Yeah, okay. I think we're back. Okay, I think we're here. I got it. Come back up. Okay.
It's still saying you're on.
Okay.
Does it show that you're on?
Yeah, but it's complaining.
Well,
But that's fine. All right. They said, yeah, we're here. Okay, good deal.
Wow.
I think I got rid of the wheel just in time, I guess. I don't know. And then it's when I was like, whoa.
I'm just sitting over here gel plating. I don't have anything to do.
You just carry
it
on.
wasn't my fault. I didn't touch anything.
That's right. The main thing is just don't shut down the...
Okay, so this has gloss glazing liquid and 3 droppers of H2O and very little paint in the bottle. This is my cases iron oxide.
She does have
that
more
was my
micaceous-
recipe.
She does have more micaceous coming.
And I did blob out some of the Van Dyke brown.
Okay.
So now we're just going to come in with this. This is kind of a gray.
I wonder if there's just like high traffic on YouTube today. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to think about that.
Well, you'd think people would be out buying booze and stuff.
Well, we're happy that, people are here watching
Farting
this.
around on their computer.
Thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. That's funny.
Trying to keep this up here towards the top because I do want to pick up that lovely strip of gold eventually. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to be it.
Perhaps. Yeah, that's right, Jennifer. I think so. Just can't handle this today.
I don't have a place to put my
Your thing.
sprayer. That looks cool.
She'll show more of them here in a minute.
Yeah, I will. I'm just trying to get this down on some different things over here.
Hey, and Deb C says that we could be having our booze and here for the live. Like some of them planned ahead, and
Oh,
yeah, we
our group they're planners. Always noticed that. Okay, now we're getting some good stuff here. I don't know, this over here looks.
And
really
Lynn's good. She's got her Bailey's, so see.
I should like some.
Yeah, I think so. I think the wheel was causing some things to happen.
Okay, that created an interesting affair. Okay, I'm just, this is the day that we're just going to do a whole bunch of different stuff that we've never done before. And it may just turn into a total.
Yeah, it's like the day she made mocha.
Mud pit.
But see how those have turned out?
This might be really in the area of mocha.
I'm getting a mocha sense. Mocha vibe.
Put down some paper here just in case it's a good color to brayer off. And we'll see what happens here.
Oh, yes, and that's good information, Carrie. Yes. So tomorrow, not only New Year's Day, but it's the beginning of a new month, which means, so you're going to get the whole 2025 new experience with the color combo. So be on the lookout. If you don't know what Makers is, that's the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Arts Facebook group. That's our Facebook group. That's where many of these lovely folks hang out. If you aren't part of that, then you're kind of missing out. If you want to be a part of a group, that's the place to do it. There'll be links here and links down below in the description.
And it doesn't cost anything.
Doesn't cost anything. Like being a subscriber of this channel doesn't cost you anything at all. But yes, we have that. Plus, there will be the scrap swap that will be posted if you want to sign up for that. And then we also have the monthly other swap, which Becky, what is the item this coming January? If you want to let folks know.
This is going to look really cool.
Yeah, I like it. Scrungy and
yeah.
That's when mocha happened. That was good. Not mocha bad. Yes, really cool swaps too. Yes, Becky will let us know here in a second what the swap is.
All right, here we are.
Oh, and Margie posted a picture of her wearing the new butterfly shirt over on Makers. Yeah, we also have swag, and so if you want to see Margie in her butterfly shirt, Makers.
All right, it's still a little on the squishy side on some of those stars that I got a little heavy-handed with. All right. Okay.
We will also have new things coming out, probably more mid-January, because Brad and I will kind of get caught up and then start putting out new designs, new things from all of the different designers, coming this mid-January. Okay, so if you want to know about the swap for this coming month, Becky says that you really need to read about it. So that
just
seems intriguing. Fun stuff. And there's a new twist. I think Carrie did allude to it. Actually, he did more than allude. He did talk about it.
This has
in his
airbrush
video.
added to the paint because it was getting very low, just like the one I tried to use here, and I'm going to squeeze some stuff in there too.
Just gonna wring it out. Get every last bit out of there. Oh, the dollar roundy one. Well, see, Pete, she bought those. Were those from Amazon or were they from Blick? They were from Blick, weren't they?
I think so.
Yeah. So over on Blick.
Because they had, I mean, I got those. It's really, I shouldn't tell you because it's very embarrassing. This is super cheap.
Were they like on clearance or something?
They were like, yeah, on clearance. And I bought 2.
No, you bought 3.
I did, but I should have bought more. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Now, you're not going to really be able to see and appreciate this until...
It's awesome.
You're just... It's going to be unbelievable.
It is also going to depend on what she pulls it with. Because she could just mess it all up and then have to, fix it.
Okay, so I've got all of my big plates are engaged now.
Okay. She wanted to know where her stuff was that we ordered.
Who?
It's not here yet. Your stuff from Blick.
Yeah, it's not. It just got ordered the other day, so no worries about that.
That's right. Thank you, Gray. She says, yeah, see, there it is spelled out in chat. So if you don't speak Texan.
Oh, here you go. We'll pull this. Then we'll have an empty plate. Oh, this is one of those sticky ones.
Should we record it? It's too
You
late.
probably should, because it's teal.
People love
And it's got
teal.
some gold on it.
Okay, hold on. Let's make a big to-do about it. Y'all can say you were here when. Now let's make sure I got the video. And then video on.
Taking the bridge table away.
All right, what are we saying about this one?
We're saying that this is
No.
It's teal and it's leaves and it's
Oh, this is
Gauze's cousin.
okay, Magnolia Shadow. This one's by Darcy.
And there's some speckles of gold left over from another print that didn't come off. Can you see them?
Yes, especially when you just give it that, just the right wiggle there. There's sort of a square situation happening in the middle.
Yeah, it's kind of, it was when I was doing framing.
And the hint of gold is, I think that's some of the Tudor Rose. There you go.
It is the Tudor Rose stencil. See it on the edge? Whoa!
All right, that's how we do that.
Isn't that a beautiful I mean, you know, I just think those colors together are just so vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Oh, bye, Froyle. Thanks for hanging. Hey, Dory. And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. If we do not see you or say hello to you, give us a little extra pink hello hand and we'll do our very best. If you're watching in replay, that means that we are no longer live. But you can still let us know down below in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and do all that YouTube-y business that one does down there. Meaning, you know, down there. Do people know what I'm talking about when I say that? Or is that just something that I say because it makes me feel good?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let me know, y'all.
Pat him down.
Pat him down while you're
Pat him
thinking.
down.
Give you some thoughts.
Okie dokie.
Bye, Jolly John. Thanks for hanging.
Yes. Oh. Worry we're going to be losing our crowd that's going to go out to buy booze. Oh, you should never drop your stencils on the floor when
I think they've already bought it. Like if they wanted
this. Look at this.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all can truly appreciate the many layers and things that are like this thing has weight. Can you hold it to its side so they can really appreciate like the thickness? I don't know if y'all can really see that, but it's a lot thicker than just a regular stencil, you know, because it's got layers. And that one has also been altered beyond the one you would see in the shop. It's called Rusty Rivets, but this is her version, plus then her version, and then another one. You need some help. I want you to pop a blood vessel. You're going to become a meme. She's stroking out.
Well, I'm telling you what, we need to get after this black. Did you see that?
Is it?
It's like the Dairy Queen.
The Blizzard.
Blizzard.
It's got.
It's really sad.
We need to put some.
Haven't had Dairy Queen since these people went on their keto thing.
Well, and we very rarely bring her back anything. So if we do go get Izzy anything, she has to
sneak it in so that I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Rude.
We invite you. Every time we've ever gone, we do tell you that we're going. She just wants things delivered to her.
They went to Mr. Kim's. I really like going to the smaller mom and pop places rather than the.
Well, I think Osaka is too.
It is. I don't think it is. I think.
Oh, you think it's chain?
Chain. They have terrible music.
She doesn't like the music there. Can you explain about peeling paint from a stencil, please? This is where I wish Eddie was here, but oh, Mo, will you put the link to the blog regarding how to clean, because his video is there. Because that'll help explain it a little further if you want to, you know, do a deep dive into cleaning your stencil. And you do not want to actually peel paint from the Yupo stencils. It will ruin them. Because the layers and how Yupo actually is constructed, it will ruin your stencil. You want to soak it off or wash it off as you, like, if you want to clean your stencil. So one of the ways that you can soak it off is by utilizing a product called Murphy's Oil. If you want to know more about that, there will be a link in chat to a blog that we have about cleaning and, you know, taking care of your stencils. And then there's a video that Eddie did. That's Eddie Makes Art. He's not well. That's probably why he's not here today. Poor guy. And we get it because That stuff that's going around is
He's
not
got
fun.
the stuff that
Yeah.
we've had.
But yeah, you want to watch that because he goes into, more detail on, how to soak it and that sort of thing. Sometimes you can even soak off a skin,
Oh, yeah, I have one.
and Eddie sent us one, of the actual stencil. Which
I
is
haven't
lots
decided
of-
what I'm going to do with it yet, but
Yes. Thank you. And there is the link in chat. Thank you, Mo. Now, I don't know if P mentioned, so this black, this is the carbon black, right? We
Yes.
talked about it being blizzard-like, but it is also a heavy body and I think open.
Open.
We're pretty sure it's open.
yes. Didn't state such on the thing, but we have, because it,
Suspicions.
yeah.
Because it stays wetter longer. That's why she's able to get this many prints. Another reason that she's able to get this many prints is that she's going paint to paint. If you go paint directly to paper, more of the paint is actually going to attach to the paper when you have it paint to paint, and that's also why you end up getting those transfers a lot of time. So if you've done one layer of paint through a stencil like she has here, and if she were to bring then the paint to paper back, oh, thank you, Kathy.
Oh, yes, thank you.
That was super sweet. Thank you. That
Very
super
nice.
chat. That's a good way to start the year off. Whoop whoop. But yeah, if she were to bring this one back, what would be interesting about this is that it would probably transfer those top areas and not as much in the middle because she has paint to paint. Those are brayer offs that she just did that too. She loves those. If you see a strip in the middle, it usually means that's a brayer off. Throwing out a lot of knowledge here in this here section of the.
I noticed that, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's good information. Y'all need to listen up and
Make notes.
make notes.
Or just watch the stream back multiple
Yeah.
times. At
That too.
a slow speed. Get them watch hours. Are you doing what I said?
I don't know.
Do you listen to me?
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I'm really thinking about what I'm going to do next, and I'm having a conversation with myself, and
Yeah.
I do kind of sort of hear what you're saying, but
So see, a little bit of a transfer there. You're not going to, if you do it that way, you're going to get more. But this is also a little iffy because, there wasn't a lot of paint there. She's playing with fire.
I'm going to leave that because I really want to pull that with
Something else.
this one or that one.
Well, you could probably pull it up now, or do you think it's too dry?
No, I think it's too dry. I'm going to pull it with my other favorite color. Turning my brayer
Thanks,
off around
Sandy.
so I can get a good.
Oh, hey, Ever After. And if I have missed you, you just give me an extra little pinky hello hand. I will do my best to, say hello back.
Green gold, fluid acrylic, one of my
And if you're watching in replay, let us know in the
very
comments.
favorite.
Yes, green
Thanks.
gold, favorite. Yeah, I doubt we make it to midnight. I mean, we have been staying up a little later than normal.
Well, I'm going to take a nap and I'll be able to make
Yeah.
it till midnight.
Not that she's gonna watch the ball drop or anything. Are you? Oh, okay. You go, girl.
I don't really care about that. I just care. God dang it. See, this is what happens when you put it on top of
Yeah,
other
other things.
when you have open paint. Just really isn't something you need to be doing.
Right.
Tell you what, I'm really on our next giveaway. I'm going to give away all of my 8x10s and replace them with, because I'm tired of this border.
Okay. She'd like to go borderless.
I want to go borderless.
If y'all watch earlier streams and things, there
Now,
was
see,
a time
look
when
how
it was
cool that is.
she was all about the 5x7s,
Yeah, I am. I'm still about. I'm keeping my little ones.
but the 8x10s just
I'm
you
gonna
want it
send them
small
on
or
the way.
big. That in between is
I don't know exactly how we're going to package that, but
we'll figure it out. but I think that's really kind of you. We might, you know what we could do is, when we do the giveaway, what we'll do is we'll try to find a container, or you have your metal containers. Why don't we just gift those along with it? Because you really don't.
I don't store them.
And we don't plan on traveling. And if we do, we'll
No, and I'll just put a piece of copy paper on top of this.
Yep. Have it all cleaned up.
Have it all cleaned up.
Look at you. Y'all see, that's another reason. Stick around and be a part of this channel. Just gonna give away 8x10s. Slightly used, but hey, better than kicking the pants. Yeah.
Okay. I want.
Diane, you crack me up.
What did she say?
She says P, commando, and borderless.
Yeah, well, I always went borderless on the prints that I was printing on my.
Did you notice how zingy that coffee was today? Like, I mean,
I had to go back and have another squirt of whipping cream because it was
a little zingy.
Bitter.
Oh, bitter, she says.
Bitter. Okay, see these two colors? Okay, I'm going to show you.
This is magic.
It's just so brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how many of these
Hi, Lisa Mangus.
prints I pulled, you know, just because I was so enamored. And this is before I could figure out, you know, what transparent color was all about.
Mm.
And on some of these, one of the reasons I really like this Baron business, I have a couple of plates that have little dipsy doodles in them.
Oh no, I hadn't noticed. Gerald Baxter's here.
Gerald, Happy New Year!
I hadn't.
I wanted to know when you're going to come and see us so that we can have midnight chats about important things.
Oh goodness. Gerald's usually a replay watcher, so that's awesome.
We're very happy to see him in person. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Did y'all see
and look
that?
at that sheen.
That sheen can only be had because of the fluidness.
Oh no, don't you?
The airbrush medium also adds that.
It does.
Cool sheen to things.
I'm giving you the roll.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. See, I'm seeing the hearts. We've got some.
The hearts are floating.
Okay, what time is it? How much time do I have?
Oh, what colors are those? Tell them again and show them the.
Oh.
Boop, boop. Yeah.
Okay. Those colors are turquoise phthalo and transparent red iron oxide.
Good. I think those have been on your list for a long time.
They have been.
Oh, hey, Gina.
They really,
Hey,
really
Heather.
have.
Oh. Why are you fighting with that? Why don't you just push it up? You don't have to, like...
As I'm trying to get my paint in there without knocking all that other stuff off.
Well, I know, but you
Mariah.
can move the light up, is what I'm saying. Like, of course, she moves it near the thing.
There we go.
That's not where I wanted her to put it.
Oh, it's just someplace else I could put it, but I don't think the cord's long enough.
Suggestions.
Just suggestions. Let's try a little dioplasy. Quinacridone.
Juliet's taking notes. I don't know if she's taking notes on all that, but that was just funny that it hit at the same time. It's funny.
Yeah, that was...
Sometimes the delay.
Throwing that out there for Eddie, and he's
Uh-huh.
too sick to respond. I want you to hurry up and take drugs and get better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that paint placement.
Look at that paint placement.
It's entertainment right there.
It's got a little...
Mm-hmm.
If that were on the weather map, they would say there was definitely tornadic activity.
Tornadic. Mm-hmm. Oh, Happy New Year to you too, Bree. I don't know if I caught you before you left, but... Oh, and hello, Nan. Oh, that's awesome. I love this. I don't know that you've ever done this together. Not,
Sure,
you know, in a live stream. You may have done it.
Hey, right now we're ending out the year with old techniques that, you know, that didn't require stenciling or anything. You just get this lovely background, and then you can decide. This is when your pointing can come in, you know.
Oh, she's gonna poink on Thursday. In the new year, she will be pointing. Y'all don't know what that is, you gotta come back. Or if you want to get note up before then, you should check out our PM-isms. There'll be links.
Look at that. I almost have the map of Texas there.
A little bit. Or what was it, Pangea? Before, you know, when they all... Pangea. Sometimes I watch history things. Or geography. I guess it's really more geography. Geographical.
All right, this is my washout of a mix of airbrush with 8 drops of iridescent bronze medium.
Oh.
And this is interference gold, which was running out, you know. And I need balls in the bottom to, you know, shake the gold loose. But
oh, this one over here doesn't keto. She's full sugar and all about it.
oh hell no!
She's
I'm too old for that. I don't care if I'm fat.
I'm worried about you with opening. Where's your pop stopper?
GAC 800 here. Seal this baby shut like a
Yes. Yeah, her cream is...
trapdoor spider.
We do heavy cream. Just, well, I do. Brad doesn't drink coffee.
I use aerosol.
Yeah, she likes it in all forms.
Yeah. I've never met an aerosol whipped cream that I didn't like.
I like cream in all the forms.
I do.
However you want to serve it up.
And I think
cheese.
if you put fruit on your cereal, you should have some whipping cream to go with it because it just balances out, you know, the rest of the
right
components of the cereal.
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of under impressive, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, historical geography. Geography.
Well, we're going to have to umph this up a little bit because this is just not quite.
It's kind of puny.
Puny is right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sandy says the best thing that she remembered about her grandma was that she was soft and snuggly.
She what?
She was soft and snuggly. Wonder if Izzy would say that about you.
She came up and thanked me for doing her
sorting of her
things.
Well, she really was very excited about it because when I brought it down, I said, "You know, your Gigi did this," and she's like, "Aw." So sometimes that kid can be appreciative of the things we do for her.
Well, it's just I understand her. She wants stuff to be where she can get to it, but she's just not sure she's willing to put in the time to get it there.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh my gosh. Now look at that.
Look at that.
Just makes you want to bust out the tequila. Sit in the sand.
That's right.
That's right. Okay, now what? What combination have we not tried here? We should try some green.
Thank you, Kat.
This is phthalo green blue. Oops.
That is a really good. I love that.
Loosen the cap on that one at the same time.
Is it a new one?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I need to use the little one on the cart. Is why I didn't take the.
I'll roll it around. I think that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is the blue hue.
These are the traveling ones. That's good, Lisa.
And this is the yellow shade.
Kathy loves those colors.
Does she?
Yes, I think
greens.
Well, no, the last one, the mix, because
the tequila sunrise.
Yeah, tequila sunrise.
Well, this is going to be way too froggy, but we'll take care of that.
Oh, she has art areas all over the house, and that's one of the things is like, you know, I don't want to have to
keep to be where we are.
She does, or she likes to like be at the kitchen table. So I have a whole section of the bookcase down there that's still like her stuff. I just don't want it to be a hot mess. It was just turning into this one drop zone box of all like what 4 different items. Basically, it was, you know, weird toy things, rando toy things, little just things, markers, crayons, pencils. Oh, and then scissors and this and that, the other. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I asked P if she
bribed me.
Did.
She said that she'd do something for me. I don't know what she's going to do.
She'll find
I'm
something.
sure that it'll be.
She will redeem her
a
prize.
compensatory nature.
A compensatory nature.
Definitely, probably not of equal. Yeah, reciprocity. But boy, look at that! Isn't that looking yummy? Better put that aside. All right, let's see what happened there.
You know, it's one glaze away from awesome colors.
Yep, it is.
I don't love that.
And we know how to do that.
Are you?
So we're just going to do it right now. There's no season to reason. Reasons is for the season. Quinacridone magenta.
I don't think that's how you use that saying.
All right, now it's probably a little bit intense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of my airbrush medium here. And squirt this out here.
Yeah. Oh, hey, some folks are loving on that one. I'm not a big fan of that green business.
Tapping lightly, because if you bonk your brayer down here, it's going to splash all over the place.
That was a lot.
Was.
She's putting down paint like it was a 12 by 12. Oh.
I'm not wasting any paint.
No.
Hell no.
Not that.
And I'm going to show you this in just a minute. You're going to be absolutely gobsmacked about how absolutely fabulous
it
is.
Hey, if anything, brayer offs. We can always count on some goody goodness. Yeah, there's a lot. Did you know that you put out that much paint?
No. Well, when I started, squeezing out my airbrush medium, I was like,
oh, that's the, okay, yeah, sorry. So you have to keep in mind that, so she put the paint down. It really wasn't about the paint. It was that, it was airbrush mediumed, and then it became more paint.
And I'm still brayering on this, hoping that I can spread this pink out a little bit more. But it ain't happening. Look, I'm going to have plenty. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to show you this, but I've got to get this back down here on this so I can pick up some stuff on the edges here.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, exactly. Waste not, want not. Oh, okay. Nan, thank you for asking that. So majority of the time when you see just the regular 8.5 by 11 sheets, that is the 32-pound Hammer Mill premium color copy. It's the one with the parrot on it. Now they've made the parrot smaller, so it used to be like big. In fact, I used to have one hanging up over here because I was like, hey. But the animals have gotten smaller on their packaging. But you will love that paper. And P even started utilizing it for her brayer offs because she's like, the brayer offs are almost as good, if not better, sometimes than some of the prints. Oh my God, that's lovely. See? One layer. Well, that was actually sort of like
It was a brayer
a
off,
heavy layer.
a print, a stencil,
And then a heavy
and then a heavy duty
amount of that. Yeah.
quinacridone magenta
Airbrush medium.
and airbrush medium.
Yeah. And when that dries, it's going to have that cool sheen still
Oh,
to
it will.
It's really
And
nifty.
you will be able to see where the stencil is.
Yeah. No, the reason that she likes the bigger plate is that it goes all the way then to the edges.
don't
And
have
that is
these
one of the
borders.
reasons that she is thinking about like swapping out and getting all big plates rather than having her 8x10s over in the big slots.
And I'm going to keep it in mind because at this point I haven't decided if I'm going to want the extra 2 inches
Mm-hmm.
or if I'm just going to go with 12 by 12. I'm going to go.
I think
I'm
that
going to buy
has done
3
your...
more
yeah.
12 by 12s. And I will be able to go an entire session without.
Uh-huh. All right.
I'm serious. I think it's going to be worth it because, see, here I am, at this stage of the game, and all
Right.
I've got left are my, yeah. But, it's okay because I can go back and, do those edges. But it's kind of nice to have the edges done, with the same fell swoop.
Well, and you have to keep in mind, so, like Deb made a really good comment about,
Yeah.
she loves her 8x10s because she likes the bolt. She thinks of the borders as a holding place, and that, perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that P wants to go all the way to the edges is because she makes the packets that go into the orders. And it's kind of a bummer because, when you cut them down to those small sizes and then you see this, 1/2 inch.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it for that reason.
Mhm.
And I know that that's kind of but
Yeah.
that's my whole,
So it's really for you guys
yeah,
that she's doing this.
it really honestly is. Gosh, I'm going to bring
It's
this
for
back
the
to
art.
Now look at it. Isn't it just and I love how that
Yeah.
came through, and then up here where the dark
Hey, Batty.
green was, and the
Uh-huh.
dark green with the red on top of it turned into sort of this dark, sultry, bluish purple,
Yeah.
hazy, yada yada.
Well, and the thing is even right next to, you still see some of the green out there, and that's fine and all, but just because it is so close to the magenta-y, purplish business that's now happening, it just isn't as, like, green.
Yeah, and I could have centered it a little more so I had less of the green sticking
think
out
that's
on
fine,
the
though.
end.
Kind of
But it
reminds
kind
us
of, it reminds you of what it was that you were
yeah, trying to obliterate.
trying to do there.
Yeah, and that's actually a good point, too. If you don't have access to the 32-pound hammer mill being the, brand, if you look for whatever premium color copy paper that is available
Yeah.
to you, that will suffice. That's probably about the same. It's just we really like it because of the weight of it. That 32-pound is important. 20-pound copy paper is a little too flimsy. It does not
flimsy side.
it doesn't hold up to when you really want to utilize the fluid acrylics or, more like the washouts
I need
the
to just
wetter
take this
mediums.
off.
or wetter paints and
Yeah.
things. It tears apart and just doesn't hold up. And that's one of the reasons for like the wet strength tissue. So like whenever P goes into doing long hauls and things of that nature, the reason for the wet strength tissue is that number one, it's a large enough sheet that it kind of goes all the way around things. So when you're pulling up and pulling through stencils and trying to just get those certain layers off, that's really handy. The heavier paper doesn't always necessarily get down into those stencil orifices. Yeah, look at that. 1 hour and 45 minutes. You didn't hear about orifices. That's a real falling down on our job there, Patricia.
Seriously.
People aren't going to know who we are.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it doesn't get down there into the grooves as well. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't. Also depends on the stencil and kind of what you're doing as far as that is concerned. But hopefully that's some good information to those of you that are new. Thanks. Seeing Yolande said she loved the 32-pound premium hammer mill. Game changer. Thanks to PM Artist Studio for introducing her. And I can't remember where we picked it up.
We heard it from somebody.
I want to say it was probably Nitsa. And if you want to know about doing photography and photo transfers of your own photography, she's the girl.
The go-to girl.
I noticed she came out with a video the other day. I don't really watch her much just because, like, I mean, we've done the transfer thing. She does beautiful work as far as, you know. You're looking, and actually, if you've ever Googled or on YouTube, if you've searched photo transfer, I am sure you've seen one of her videos. Tell her we sent you. She doesn't probably know who the heck we are. I have commented on her videos.
Yeah, you can watch any of her videos, and they're good ones. And some of them I've watched more than once.
Yeah, when you were trying to figure out the whole transfer thing. Woo! Oh, I love that.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
All right, now where's my dead? Okay, there it is. And I'm hoping it's still got a little oomph to it. Well, I do have that. I'm going to let that dry. I know it's not much, but it's something.
Oh, see, yeah, Linda, she likes her videos too. Oh, hello, Kristen.
I don't know if I've got enough wet paint there to make any.
Oh, that looks beautiful, though. Looks kind of glowy. All right, so we're 15 minutes out. I'm going to go ahead and get us set up for that last in chat. So must be present to win. I'm going to reset that. And it is the hashtag yay 10K that you want to put into the chat to get you entered for this last one and the very last one. Now, let me tell you, I think that this one's kind of special. And let me tell you why. Because it has a lot of black and white papers, like black and white papers galore. And that can mean it has, and that's sort of funny that we were talking about photo transfers, but image transfers. So it's going to have quite a few of our laser printed papers, the ones that we sell in our shop, which are on the 32-pound hammer mill. So there's going to be tons of that. There are going to be tons of black and white prints from P. It's just a lot of black and white things. I think even some of the napkins and things. And then like Ketra, she had given me, and that was kind of hard because I kept back quite a few things, but then I put some things in there too. Just lots of cool things in this. And then I think that there are stamps in there as well. It's a pretty fat little pack of stuff. And a texture thing. Grid. Piece. Chunk. I don't know. A long sheet, like gridded, if you want to make texture.
Oh, yeah, stuff.
Stuff.
Actual texture.
Yeah. Ooh, 79 entries. I love it. All right, I think we're slowing down. Oh, 80. Okay. $81. All right, I think we have slowed up. I am going to go ahead and hit the choose a winner. Oh, Bruja! All right, Bruja, if I don't have your information, I think I do. I think we've actually even sent you something before. Rubia. I will be reaching out regarding postage, and that's going to be through my Liquid Flaw Designs. If I don't have your email, just let me know. Email me, and that way I can utilize that to email you back, and you have package number 8.
Look at how cool that's going to be.
Ooh, nice little ombre kind of situation.
Yeah.
A subtle ombre.
With the and look at this brayer, this flop off. That's some pretty good stuff.
How did you get that color?
there.
Can you talk? Because I know I was doing the giveaway thing. Can
Oh,
you?
it was 3. It was this one, this washout, this washout, and this one.
That is a lot of very good information for y'all. I want you to know. If you have 3 different purples.
So we had basically a red violet, a blue violet, and a just violet.
Just violet.
Just violet.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Okay, I'm done.
That's it. Do you want to show people the papers and kind of lay them out there and like
Well,
do a
we
little
can do that.
do.
This one's looking really, really wonderful. And once I get my big plates back, and I can, what I'm going to do is I'm going
She's
to
already
use,
planning for these big. I
am.
I guess we may have to do another big old giveaway at 11,000. Should we do that?
Well, that's how we do it.
Well, I was planning on waiting till we hit like
Crap.
sugar biscuits. Sugar biscuits.
Okay. Don't put stuff down on your
Until it's dry.
open plate.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I'm
Mm-hmm.
pissing and moaning about that right now, and that might be what made it. Oh, and remember this. Oh, this is
Yeah, I love that.
Tequila Sunrise.
Walter says, how about 10,250? Well, Walter, I love that. What is that? So, because I know we were at 10,220. I think that's where we're at right now.
I think this is my favorite all day.
That's a little soon, but I don't know. That would fit Patricia's timeline as far as her needs and wants.
Yeah, I want to get these out of here so I've got room. And this is now you might not think this is looking really cool right now, but I want you to look. Can you see the gauze in the background there?
Oh, yes. It looks fabricy.
Fabricy.
That's fabricy. Mm-hmm. Margie says she's willing to take one off of your hands.
She is. I'll tell you.
Hey, you know what we could do?
What?
We could put them in the shop, like at a discount, basically covering postage.
Yeah. I don't know how you would do that.
Well, or for
kind of like, I guess, the Imperfectly Perfects, huh? Used gel plates. Lovingly used gel plates. One of them has a nick in it, but it's on the back side.
Yeah, like an IMPP. Okay, let me think about that.
Because we do have the metal things to put them in.
Do you have enough metal things for the 8x10 plates that you're getting rid of? Okay.
Because my 12x12s don't fit in any of those. I think that, look at this. Okay.
I
we
that
didn't
one.
really give this much of a, but look.
That's really cool. How did that happen exactly? Can you talk through it? You remember?
It was one of that it was a
So it's
left behind
leftovers
on one of the others, and then I pulled it with gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put the stencil back down and used the Pebeo interference. I can't read that on there. It's number 358 of the Pebeo. And that is a really good one. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just...
Yeah.
That's some stuff there. And we still didn't make it to this deadgum print. But I can't do it without my big prints.
Plates.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, because see, this is what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
But it's going to be with the
Okay.
purple. But, oh my gosh. Look at-
Well, I am very excited about everybody that won. Congrats. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for signing
I'm
up.
not done showing yet.
Okay. Well, shoot, I thought you were done. We slowed down, so I was
Yeah,
like,
well, I did, but I've got really, into that one there. Look
Yeah,
at
you did.
this one, and remember, this one was done with some pickups. And this one didn't grab up all of the
Yeah.
paint there, but we decided that was A-okay. We can come in and do some, and like I said, it's sort of, I love it when it's evenly distributed, because then I can come in with something like purple.
Mm.
And that purple.
Well, and I was saying even lime green would be really cool. Like, I have that stinky spray stuff. Or if you wanted to do your washout.
Oh, and this right here.
Yes. Because it'll then
Well, I need
soak
to
in.
see, it's just barely got anything in it. It's pretty.
Well,
pretty.
you could squirt a little bit of the real in it, and then
I could squirt a little of that in
or
there.
you could combo those. Maybe decide which
yeah
thing
okay.
goes and which
See
thing.
this one? Oh, this is already a washout. I
Yeah.
can tell by the things. Okay. See what's happening here?
I'll hold it to the side, and then I think. But no.
Okay, this is already a washout, and I just didn't label it. I apologize most profusely. It's not. It will no longer be yellow green. It will be something else. But I think that this would be a nice.
Yeah. That was my idea. Just want you all to know that.
I think it's a good one. I think we'll go with it. I need to label that so that I don't
Yeah.
think it's all. And then of course we did these two, and
Well,
so
off
we didn't do
camera,
anything.
She
here,
talked
but
about it.
I've talked about it for 4 or 5 streams now. That's
Yes.
how much I like them.
Yes. You'll probably be seeing them again.
I do like this one a lot.
My Arty friends, thank you so much for hanging out with us and sort of bringing in the new year. I know we're not like dropping the ball or doing all that or staying up till midnight, but for some of y'all, it's close. So there you go.
See you in the new year.
We will. We'll see you on Thursday, and it will be the new year. Until then,
Love you.
like a
Long haul.
bye, guys.